Second half is live, and we have a lot in store. We've had a chance to get to know AJ Styles over the years. We've seen him a couple of times during our show for SEC Championship game. He is a big Georgia fan, but that's not necessarily the subject of all this. He's also one of the most important wrestling stars in the world, and Wrestlemania is just around the corner. And AJ, you're looking good. I'm not surprised by that. Great to talk to you again. And I know we'll talk about the dogs later, but I know you are in Wrestlemania mode. How are you?
Well, I'm good. Ready to get WrestleMania going. I mean, we got a week until WrestleMania, and everybody's excited about it, including myself.
I mean, I realize how important that is. I mean, to put it mildly, it's the Super Bowl of your sport, but there's always something going on. But as a performer, well, I almost called you a performer. My apologies.
No, you're right on. A performer, pro wrestler, all the same.
Since you're about to go on Netflix for $5 billion, you guys are performers. AJ, what is it? How is that different than your normal Friday night in Jacksonville or Iowa or wherever?
Well, to me and most, it's not different at all. I mean, we're going to go out. We have a job to do. Our job is to entertain. And whether it's 20,000 people, 10,000 people, 5,000 people, we're going to do our job to the best of our abilities because we enjoy what we do. So, WrestleMania and $5 billion at Netflix is no different. We're going to have fun.
And we've already had a call once we announced that you were going to be on. We had an LA Knight fan calling in, and I don't know how he slipped through the censors, but let's get right into that because that's going to be a big topic.
Well, LA Knight, he got too comfortable too quick, and I feel like I needed to set him straight, and I think that we're going to find out how straight I can get him after WrestleMania when I beat I'll beat a lot out of him.
You can say whatever
maybe a lot of little things.
You can say whatever you want. We do have a dump button, so it's no big deal.
Oh, hey, we're PG, so I gotta watch what I say. And plus, I have kids, and I can't have them saying stuff, like, "Oh, well, Dad said it." Well, I can't have that.
I mean, I'm curious about that because when I was a kid, when you were you start out being a wrestling fan at an early age, but you have to be cognizant of that. But what's it like for your own kids to know their dad is a WWE rock star?
They could care less. This is all they've ever known. Dad's been on the road their entire lives. It's just something that they grew up in. So it's no different. It's not special to them. They will be at WrestleMania. So that's a time that we try to come together and have fun as a family. It's their spring break, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because they're not getting the spring break that they want, but it's the spring break that they're getting, and we'll be in Philadelphia to do it.
We'll talk about a lot of things, but I do want to go back to the dogs because the guy that was supporting LA Knight also wanted me to remind you he's a Bama fan of what happened a couple of months ago. I know that.
Now are you messing with me at this point? I feel like I'm getting messed with.
Hey, I'm trying to get.
There's a lot to talk about here. I mean, how do you
get on the WrestleMania broadcast here?
How do you not have the defending champs in the playoffs? How does that work? Is that that's probably another discussion for another time. But I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, I thought I'd bring it up because the last time we heard you or saw you in Atlanta, you were predicting a big victory, and I just feel as a true journalist to bring out the facts.
Well, I feel like Georgia played their worst game against Alabama, and Alabama played their best. And as much as I hate to admit it, it's almost like we proved the committee who was putting that list together who's going to the playoffs because Florida State didn't make it in. And they hadn't lost the game, but then Georgia beat them senseless, which proves them right to an extent. But hey, you know what? The great thing about that, we don't have to worry about it next year. It's it's going to be a playoff that everybody wants to see. It's not going to be 4 teams. I believe it's 12, if I'm correct. And that to me is going to be awesome.
AJ, I was in Nashville the other day. We had a couple of country stars on, and they were telling me how. When they get together or see each other, there's a big rivalry among the college fans. I realize country stars are mostly based in Nashville, where you guys are literally all over the country and the world. But does your favorite pastime, college football, ever come up as you guys are getting together?
Listen, when college season is in and everybody's getting into it, I'm not the only one. Everybody has their team, whether it's Ohio State or Florida, wherever it may be, Michigan. Everybody has their team, and we all talk about it. That's what we do. Whether it's the wrestlers or the cameramen, we're all getting involved when it comes to college football.
One of our former camera guys here is a wrestler on the local and regional thing, and he puts a thing together every year for us with all the guys, and they all wear the colors of SEC teams. And it is a fact that Georgia won last year's SEC Wrestlemania or Royal Rumble.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Royal Rumble. Listen, Royal Rumble is our second biggest event of the year, so that's a good thing. You reminded me, Dawkins, one of the wrestlers. I forgot to give him my Georgia jersey to wear. I still owe him that, and you just reminded me of that because he lost a game that he was supposed to win. I'm pretty sure it was against Georgia. Now, I forgot. I have yet to give him my shirt, my jersey, my Georgia jersey for him to wear. So that's going to be great. Thank you for reminding me.
Well, I'm glad. I started thinking about Saban, but Saban's 72 years old, and we've already seen the embarrassment of the last 70-year-old who got in a ring, Ric Flair. But I'm curious, though. Kirby Smart, young, athletic. Could you see him playing a bit role in the future, maybe in a coach's WrestleMania? What would he be like?
Well, yeah, I think he would be. I think he's a bulldog, right? Through and through.
Oh, you bet.
There was a time where they wanted to kind of say like he's the pit bull, talking about AJ Styles of WWE. And I was like, can you change it to the bulldog? Because I'd really like to be a bulldog. And so I think they started calling me that. But yeah, heck yeah, Kirby could get after it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, we both have heard him on the practice field, and he certainly can talk his way into that language. You might have to remind him a bit. It is a PG sport.
Yeah, I have to tone him down a little bit and you'd say maybe a couple freaks or darns in his promo, but he could definitely cut one to hype the boys up for sure.
AJ, listen, it's always great to see you. We hope to see you soon. We'll be watching. The whole world will be watching in a week and a half at WrestleMania. You be well, and we'll keep up with how you and that dastardly LA Knight is doing. I think I know who's going to win this one.
There you go, Paul. Thank you, buddy.
You bet. Great to see you. AJ Styles joining us before WrestleMania coming up here very soon. We'll take a short break. More to come right after this.